you speaking to me?
Yes.
Yes, I would like that.
Okay. How much time do you need?
20 days.
Your Honor, we would object to it, even if she can correct the deficiencies, which it's not sworn to, and it wasn't separately sworn, certified by Mr. O'Neill, who was her attorney at the time, that is made in good faith, because nothing she puts in there could be made in good faith. And I'm sure that's why Mr. O'Neill wouldn't join in it and certify to it, because he knows it's not good faith. So all we're doing is delaying the inevitable here if we give her 20 days to try to correct the technical deficiencies, because what she has in there is not legally sufficient. She claims that she saw you and
I don't talk about the evidence that's right in there. I know it can't be there because I didn't go with it. That's not the issue.
But no, Your Honor, it has to do with compliance with the rule.
I understand it doesn't comply with the rule. That's why I just denied it.
But she won't be able to correct it because the rule says a motion to disqualify shall be filed within a reasonable
Why
time.
are you telling me how to fix it?
But she can't fix it.
Maybe she can. I don't know.
It had to be made within 10 days
I'll give her 5 days to amend your motion. Okay? Meanwhile, you have a motion for summary judgment to you.
Yes, Your Honor. And there's 2 other motions that we noticed at the same time.
What?
The motion to compel compliance with the marital settlement agreement, and her motion to compel him to pay money. He's paid a good portion of it, and we want to get the slate wiped clean there.
I'm not doing that till the final hearing on her other issue. There's
Well-
no way. That's still pending as part of her issues. They go back to before the time that you have some of these payments were made. So that's for the final hearing.
But the summary judgment, the case will be over if it's granted.
Correct. That's
So
a
if
different issue.
you
Summary
grant
judgment's one thing. These other things have to wait till the final hearing.
if you grant summary judgment, then it would make sense to go right to that, and we're done with the entire case.
Maybe. All right, your motion for summary judgment.
I'm not prepared, Your Honor. I have a doctor's note. I filed a motion of unavailability.
I didn't see that, sorry.
It was scanned and given to Mr. Tom O'Neill by my doctor,
Do you have a copy of it?
not with me. Tom should.
Do you have a copy of her?
Your Honor, I have the copy that Mr. O'Neill sent me. If you would give me a second.
I am utterly unprepared for this.
That's what it was scheduled for.
Your Honor, the motion was filed, may I approach?
It's been set since October 20th.
And the motion was filed
I'm
August
not allowed to
18th.
be here per doctor's orders.
That's not what the letter says, Your Honor.
She strongly advises any court appearance or litigious situations.
All right. I'm gonna keep this filed with the court. All right. Well, based on that statement, ma'am, you would never be available, because it's always gonna be stressful.
Will this case ever end? I mean, you don't know.
You have no idea.
Exactly.
Your Honor, that's part of our argument. This case needs to end. 5 years we've been arguing about the interpretation of this.
Let me just tell you, I just did an LLP on the 98 divorce case. They stay around. This is an open break. It doesn't surprise me at all that it's still going on. It's a litigious case to begin with. It's a litigious case.
I don't feel well. And you've given me
I
5
don't
days
have
to file
any
this.
more time before Christmas.
I'm not prepared.
Okay?
This saying it's unfair is an understatement, Your Honor.
And one time they were married. Look at what he's doing to her.
Yeah, you had this down for an hour. Is it going
Plus,
Your Honor, I can probably get through my argument on the motion for summary judgment within about 15 minutes.
If I'm allowed to have equal time, and we have a timer, and Mr. Neal talks 30 minutes and I speak 30 minutes, an hour may be sufficient.
can I go there and speak? He has a good hearing. He heard me telling him that.
heard today. This has been pending since August. This is another delay tactic. If you could give me a couple minutes to tell you
Go ahead.
what she's doing outside of this
Excuse
courtroom.
me, no, I will not put up with you beating me up for 6 years.
Have
Delay
a seat,
tactic?
Miss Simmons.
It's been
Miss
6
Simmons.
years you've been
What's your
continuing this
story, John?
case, Tom. 6
Have a
years.
seat. When he finishes talking, then I'll let you talk about why we're not gonna do it.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and defend myself against
You don't
these
have to.
allegations.
You just have to let somebody say. Go ahead.
John, here's the problem that we have. As you recall, there's an anti-disparagement confidentiality
No
clause in
way
the
a
Child
police
Settlement Agreement.
going after her.
I'm sure one of the reasons why Mr. O'Neill now is getting out is because of her latest actions. What she has done is teamed up with the Adamczyks,
Needs to.
giving them information about Mr. Simmons' divorce and daughters,
Hearsay.
going online.
Hearsay.
She showed up at a banquet where Mr. Simmons was honored. She showed up with Mr. Jim Adamczyk in tow. Mr. Simmons is there with a group of people. She says, "Hello, David, you know him." And what is David? David's going to do one thing, just walk away, and then he leaves the banquet. He was honored as one of
That's
the...
hearsay, Tom, you were not there.
Well, I will put Mr. Simmons on the stand and he can testify
I
about
signed
it.
up for the
understand. That's not an
function
issue
before I
today,
knew
okay?
David was there.
Ma'am, please.
Ask her
And
to
so
talk.
that's what she's doing there, and what she wants to
I
do...
understand what you're saying.
Okay, if I
Okay,
could
all you
just finish
just
my
did
point.
was just tell me why you're recused from this case. So I'm gonna recuse.
Well, Judge, you're no longer on the Adamczyk case.
Exactly, for another reason. So I'm gonna grant the motion to recuse. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
All right. File your motion with the new judge, will be probably, short week. I hope by Wednesday you'll know. Call Sandy Gorman to find out who the new judge is, the secretary. Okay? All right, thank you.